Calisthenics looks simple. No weights, no machines, just your body and gravity. But if you're just starting out, there's a high chance you're making critical mistakes that are slowing your progress, causing frustration, or even putting you at risk of injury. Most beginners jump into calisthenics thinking it's just push-ups and pull-ups. The top calisthenics mistakes beginners make and how to avoid them. 1. Skipping the basics, rushing into advanced moves. The biggest and most common mistake beginners make is trying to do too much, too soon. Everyone wants to hit a muscle up, planche, or handstand as fast as possible, and there's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but chasing flashy skills before building a solid foundation is a recipe for disappointment and injury. Before you attempt a muscle up, you should have clean pull-ups, dips, and core strength. The basics, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, and planks are not boring. They are the building blocks. Master them, and you'll not only progress faster, but you'll also avoid plateaus and injuries down the line. Don't let ego rush your journey. Start with proper form, full range of motion, and controlled reps. When your basics are rock solid, the advanced stuff becomes way easier and way safer. 2. Neglecting mobility and flexibility. Here's something most beginners overlook. Calisthenics is not just strength, it's also mobility. You can have the strongest chest and arms in the world, but if your shoulders are tight or your wrists are stiff, you'll struggle with fundamental moves like push-ups, dips, and handstands. Many calisthenics movements require deep ranges of motion that demand flexibility and joint health. Think about a deep push-up or a full range pull-up. If you're stiff in your shoulders or have tight pecs, you'll either compensate with bad form or risk an injury. Same with your wrists. They take a beating during planchy work, handstands, and even regular push-ups. If they're not conditioned and mobile, pain is almost guaranteed. The solution: incorporate mobility work into every session. Spend 10-15 minutes before training warming up your shoulders, wrists, hips, and spine. Dynamic stretches, joint circles, and controlled articular rotations are great tools. After your workout, throw in some static stretches to improve flexibility and aid recovery. 3. Poor form and lack of control. Form is everything in calisthenics. Unlike weightlifting, where you can sometimes cheat a rep and still move the weight, calisthenics is relentless in exposing weaknesses. When your form breaks down, the movement either stalls or becomes completely ineffective. Beginners often chase rep numbers instead of quality reps. You see people doing 30 sloppy push-ups with flared elbows, half-rep pull-ups with zero scapular engagement, or swinging kipping dips that do more harm than good. Not only does this limit muscle activation, but it also builds bad habits that are hard to unlearn. You need to slow things down. Focus on tempo, control, and alignment. A perfect set of 5 push-ups with clean form is worth more than 20 shaky ones. Pull-ups. Start from a dead hang, engage the scapula, and pull until your chin clears the bar without jerking or kicking. Proper form also reduces injury risk. It teaches your body how to distribute tension evenly and prevents overloading joints and tendons. Want to get stronger faster? Prioritize form over volume. 4. Not following a structured program. A huge mistake beginners make is random training. One day it's push-ups, the next it's trying to learn a front lever, then some dips, and maybe a core workout from TikTok. This lack of structure leads to slow progress, burnout, and frustration. Calisthenics is just like any other discipline. You need a progressive plan to get stronger. That means knowing what to train, how often, and with what intensity. You don't need to follow a fancy app or hire a coach to get started. Just pick 46 core movements like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, dips, planks, rows, and create a weekly routine. Stick to it for at least 46 weeks. Track your reps and sets, and adjust based on performance. 5. Ignoring nutrition and recovery. Calisthenics might not involve heavy barbells or long hours in the gym, but it still takes a toll on your body, and your fuel and recovery need to match your effort. Many beginners forget that what you do outside of your workouts plays a huge role in building strength, muscle, and endurance. Let's start with nutrition. If you're not eating enough protein, your muscles won't recover or grow. If you're under eating in general, your energy will suffer and you'll plateau fast. And if you're eating mostly junk food, your joints and recovery will take a hit. You don't need a perfect diet, but you do need a consistent one. Rich in whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbs. Then there's recovery. Pushing your body every day without rest is a guaranteed way to stall progress or end up injured. Calisthenics relies heavily on tendons, joints, and stabilizer muscles that need time to adapt. If you're constantly sore, losing motivation, or feel weaker than usual, you're probably under recovering. Get your sleep. Aim for 7-9 hours, hydrate, stretch, breathe, take rest days seriously, and listen to your body. But like anything worth doing, it's easy to get wrong at the start. By avoiding these 5 common mistakes: skipping the basics, neglecting mobility, training with poor form, lacking structure, and ignoring recovery, you'll set yourself up for real, lasting gains. Calisthenics rewards patience, control, and consistency.